me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Huh, these luxury. Huh.
One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Rachaad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. A give, and here's White. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. They run with White. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You could see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up first and goal.
They'll run with White. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Rachaad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs nothing. Chance McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, yellow, go going.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8.
Fight on these two.
Putting the tight end in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Yellow. 43. 15.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
Dobbs headed in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he'll work his way down inside the 40 with Justin Reid up from the safety spot to make the stop. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Got his man, that's Graham. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a second down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now on third and long. That's Dobbs open left side. It is a pickup of 18. And by a yard, they get the third down conversion.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Third and long.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Drive begins with a run by White. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dobbs headed in motion. From the pistol, a give to White. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger. Go.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Here's a run. And he's in. Rachaad White. Touchdown, Tampa. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one out to his fullback. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Fire down these two. Attack!
Mahomes now to throw. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll drop this underneath to White. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
19 tight.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here we go. 18 rep.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
1st and 10.
Yo.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he will score! Xavier Worthy! Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs get back in it. It is 21-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection and another first down. They'll look to throw yet again. This throw left side caught by Kittle. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he will get into the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Buccaneers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Next to score, Buccaneers 28, Chiefs 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Yellow. My side.
Third and long for Mahomes.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 25.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 light. 70 range.
Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This returnable from the 4. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Collect. Yellow, 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 yellow.
Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Taking off. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
First down throw, Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On second down, Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. Open man, left side, he's got it. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the sideline, caught by Worthy. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Now 2nd and 6.
Right side.
Mahomes gonna fire quickly to Worthy.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Attack, attack. Right side.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Right side.
Mahomes to throw it on 4th down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Not only did they convert on 4th down, they picked up a quarter of the field. A gain of 25. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, KC. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Chiefs 13. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dobbs headed in motion. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
First down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Open man is Davis. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Yellow. What's that?
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's complete left side to Worthy. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold.
Yellow. Yellow.
Motion man is Rice. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the right side here, pass is caught. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On Sunday.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Third and short. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing again. It's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Mahomes now to throw again. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Third and long for Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Dobbs headed in motion. He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter.
Buccaneers 34, Chiefs 13.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
White loses the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Yellow.
Motion man is Rice. Right back to the air for Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18. Here we go.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man. That's Grant.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Hawk 70. Ready?
On second down, a run with White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole as we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
You can see the returner. He starts peeking at that coverage unit. He feels that pressure bearing down on them. And unfortunately for him, I think when he takes his eyes off to see who's coming down to tackle him, he fails to secure the ball. And they're going to pay the ultimate price now. He's going to put his defense right back out there on the field. They're going to be in a tough spot trying to keep points off the board.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal.
Ready? 70
Now this time they'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll run. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers stretch things out even further.
Chiefs 13. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll go right and find his running back. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
First down throw, Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 20.
Motion man is Rice. On first down, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They send him right out of the slot. On second down, Mahomes. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Fire down these two. Hey, 43. Hero 15. Where's it?
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Drive will start on the ground, and that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3.
Let's go now. Hey, check that.
On the handoff, it's White. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So, a win here for the visiting Bucks, and make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time.